beach lay silent, its sands kissed by the ethereal glow of the moon as storm clouds gathered on the horizon. The waves crashed against the shore, a symphony of nature's fury. Amid this eerie ambience, a group of close friends stumbled upon a mysterious find, an ancient mapinka. Curiosity sparked in their eyes as they examined the cryptic markings on the map, revealing a hidden treasure near an abandoned cabin at the edge of the beach. Ignoring the ominous signs of the approaching storm, the friends set out on their quest for adventure. As they reached the desolate cabin, the air grew thick with tension. The door, seemingly untouched for years, groaned open, revealing a dark tunnel leading into the unknown. Intricate symbols adorned the tunnel's walls, giving it an aura of ancient mystique. Deeper they ventured, guided by the map's enigmatic instructions. A distant scream echoed through the tunnel, sending shivers down their spines. Undeterred, they pressed on until they emerged into a clearing bathed in an otherworldly, blood-red light. Before them, in the heart of the forest, grotesque figures feasted on human remains. The friends were paralyzed by the gruesome spectacle. It dawned on them that the treasure they sought was entangled with the horrifying ritual, and they were now unwilling witnesses to its macabre performance. The creatures, their eyes aglow with an insatiable hunger, turned towards the intruders. Panic set in as the group sprinted through the twisted trees, pursued by the nightmarish entities. With each passing moment, the forest seemed to warp and contort, a living nightmare fueled by their fear. One by one, the friends succumbed to the relentless onslaught. Their desperate screams echoed through the haunted woods until only one remained, a solitary figure, standing at the forest's heart. The red-eyed creatures circled, their gaze piercing through the darkness. As the lone survivor trembled, a sudden silence descended. The creatures and the survivor vanished into the shadows, leaving behind an oppressive stillness. The forest, now tainted with the echoes of unspeakable horror, became a place of nightmares. Word of the ill-fated journey spread through the nearby town, turning the beach and forest into forbidden grounds. Brave souls who dared to venture ere spoke of whispers in the wind, and the ghostly cries of the lost. The ancient map, now forgotten, lay buried beneath the sands, concealing the tale. The old asylum stood atop the desolate hill, shrouded in an eternal fog that seemed to devour the sunlight. Its windows, broken and grimy, hinted at the darkness within as the moon rose, casting an eerie glow on the decaying structure. A group of investigators gathered at the asylum's rusted gates. The air was thick with a sense of foreboding. The investigators, armed with flashlights and trembling resolve, stepped inside the asylum's crumbling entrance. The creaking of the doors echoed through the hollow corridors as they ventured deeper into the bowels of madness. The asylum, once a place of healing, had long since surrendered to the darkness that lurked within. As the group delved further, they began to hear whispers that seemed to emanate from the very walls. Flickering lights cast distorted shadows that danced along the peeling wallpaper. The air grew colder, and a palpable sense of dread enveloped them. It was as if the very essence of the asylum, for sale in Metin, rooms lined with barred windows, reveal glimpses of the asylum's former inhabitants, now shadows of their former selves. Hollow eyes followed the investigators' every move. Unsettling laughter echoed through the halls. the remnants of tortured minds that lingered in the stale air. A malevolent presence seemed to grow stronger as the investigators pressed on. Unseen hands brushed against them, and distant screams echoed from unseen depths. The asylum, it seemed, held not only the memories of its tormented patients, but also something darker, an entity that thrived on fear. As they reached the heart of the asylum, a room bathed in an otherworldly glow, the investigators encountered a figure draped in shadows. It spoke in hushed tones, recounting tales of despair and unspeakable horrors. The walls seemed to close in, and the air became thick with an oppressive force that weighed on their chests. In a sudden surge of malevolence, the shadows coalesced into grotesque forms that slithered along the walls. The investigators, paralyzed by fear, could only watch as the darkness took shape. The asylum itself seemed to convulse with the malevolent energy, unleashing the tortured souls trapped within its decaying walls. A desperate escape ensued as the investigators raced against the encroaching darkness. The asylum, now a living nightmare, twisted and contorted to keep them captive. It seemed the very fabric of reality had unraveled, and the line between sanity and madness blurred. One by one they stumbled into cold night, leaving behind the asylum and its horrors. As the investigators fled, they could still hear the haunting whispers and the screams that echoed in their minds. The asylum, though left behind, had imprinted its malevolence on their souls. Madness lingered, a haunting reminder that some horrors are not meant to be uncovered. The asylum on the desolate hill continued to stand, its broken windows hiding the secrets and suffering within. The investigators, forever changed by their nightmarish ordeal, could never escape the haunting memories of the asylum of shadows.